Hey guys, Harris here, and every year a new flagship comes out from a flagship company, and every year there are clones, really good, really accurate, $150 or just considerably marked down clones that come out of China. This video is pretty overdue, but this is the Note 8 fake versus real video for comparing the clone versus the real one, whether you're trying to not get scammed on Craigslist or eBay, or whether you're just interested to see how close these clones are. Let's go ahead and compare the entire experience between the clone and the real Galaxy Note 8. So starting with the packaging, the fake has the branding from the old Note 7, the one that you probably never saw, while the real one has the simple blue Note 8 branding, and that's a pretty simple giveaway. The real one also has the S Pen embossing on the side of the box, and finally more information and a cleaner text on the back of the packaging. Opening up, we have a very subtle difference in texture, but that's probably not something you would notice. But the phone is presented under the tray, which is obvious, and then there's a lot more branding and text on the wrapper, as well as the sleeve that is on the phone. Quickly looking at the accessories, everything is pretty similar, but the real one comes in a plastic sleeve for the AKG headphones rather than the plastic pouch, and they sound really bad. So if you're listening to it, you can tell it's fake if they sound absolutely terrible. Additionally, it doesn't come with a USB on the go adapter, nor does it come with extra tips for the S Pen, and we'll see why. Then looking at the phone itself, there's a big difference. So it's a slightly smaller footprint, so that's kind of a dead giveaway. It's just not the same size. Definitely more bezel, I'd say about twice as much bezel around the front than the real Note 8, and that's just because it doesn't have as advanced technology. And then on top of that, it doesn't have a curve around the edges. Surprisingly, the fingerprint scanner does work, as well as the supposed iris scanners. Whether it's just face recognition or eyes, it does at least work, and it plays it off as an eye scanner. And the cameras work as well, although they're just absolutely dreadful. The screen does have a bit of haptic feedback, although it just sends a very weak vibration through the device. And then on the back we have a lot more information, FCC information and so on, that the real Note 8 is cleaner and doesn't have that. And of course the software, because both run Android, are going to be very familiar and similar. The fake is running Android 7.0, and it's just a little bit outdated compared to the Note 8 with its software. Everything's a little bit slower and buggier, as you would expect with this older software, but for the most part it looks like it could be accurate, it could be real, because it isn't that difficult to get launchers on other Android phones, so you're not really going to be tripped out by the software experience other than it being a lot slower. But the most funny thing is the S Pen. So it does not click out of the fake one, although it is there. Instead you have to pull it out, and it is literally a chunk of metal. This thing is heavy, you could puncture something with it, you could carve ice with it. It is just a hunk of metal that you use, and because the screen isn't touch capacitive, it's just pressure sensitive, you can still write on the fake one with this metal block. It's kind of crazy. So it doesn't have any smart features with it at all, and same as if you were to use a knife against the screen, it's just this block of metal that you use to take notes with on this fake one. So that is a big difference over the very nice and premium pen on the real Note 8. So in terms of clones, I have seen better ones for other devices, but because this is Android, it will have a pretty similar software experience, just more outdated, and I really wouldn't trust it with any of my important information. But it does have USB Type-C, it does come with the headphones, it does have a very similar design. Really the only thing that it doesn't really do is the S Pen, and that's pretty funny. The design is a bit smaller overall, and the dual camera design does not work or function here. But outside of that, it's a pretty convincing device, and in fact it does work even at the $150 price point. But that brings up a question. If you are watching this video and are not a subscriber, why are you watching? I'm wondering if you are looking to get one of these, or if you're looking to not get scammed, or you're just curious to see what the differences are. Let me know in a comment down below, and also let me know what you think of this video. It's a pretty fun comparison to do, and I like doing these. Let me know if you want me to do them for any other devices, and I'll get on that. But yeah, this is the fake versus real Galaxy Note 8.